Hey, how's it going? By the end of this video, I'll have a functional tach in my car. I hope. In a previous episode, I installed a new digital tach, well, a cheap new digital tach on my car. But that did not turn out well, so it didn't work. Well, we'll see, because I've ordered a new tach, and that tach requires a part to make it work, and it may work on my cheap tach. I don't know. Anyways, if you want to see that episode, I'll have the link in the description below. But let's get to it. I bought a GlowShift digital tach. First time I've ever used one of their tachs. It's a 2-inch, 52 millimeter, something like that, or 2 1/16. You know what I'm talking about. It's a 10-color digital tach. It's pretty much the same thing, except for I can change the colors. The other one was red, and this one I can pick the color. I got some cool decals, because I like stickers for my sticker wall. And when I was ordering the tach, I noticed they had a requirement. Well, one of the things was their tachs are not designed for diesel engines, and this, of course, is not a diesel engine, so yay. But it needed to have this, which is a HEI signal filter. And this is a HEI car. So now I'm thinking my cheap eBay tach may work with this. I don't know. But it's worth a try. Might as well. I got both. If it doesn't work, I can install this tach. If not, I might save it or send it back. We'll see. I mean, it looks like a better tach, but, you know, why fix what's not broken? So, we'll get to it. Okay, I'm just finishing wiring the GlowShift HEI tach signal filter to the eBay digital tach. It's pretty simple. Just white wired to the vehicle tach source, the ignition ground, red to the keyed hot, black to a ground, and green to your tach signal wire. I've decided to use some male-female connectors to make it, in case I have to use the actual GlowShift tach, because it says right here, this signal adapter only works with GlowShift and some other brand that's not my brand. So, we'll see. But I wanted to also point out a few other things real quick. These are my favorite crimp tools. I love these things. They give you a nice, good crimp, nice and stiff, so it holds the connector for you when you stick it in there. You're not dropping or fumbling around and stuff. You can see right here for yourself. These three are crimps made by that connector, nice and long and deep. And this is a couple other connectors done by, your typical wire stripping tool crimper. They're okay, but this is my crimp of choice. The tool is Thomas Betts. What is it? 3KH45. I'll include the link in the description as always. And let's get this thing wrapped up. Oh, and by the way, when you have a 3-wire crimp and you don't want to solder, make sure to put a little bit of electro tape on there before you twist your wires. It'll provide a little extra strain relief so they don't pull out of the connector. Go ahead and make this last crimp. This tool has a nice long handle so you can get a good squeeze on it. And there it goes. Just hook that sucker up. That should be it. Let's find out if this sucker works. I got the battery charger hooked up, so she should start. And 3, 2, 1. it a shot. Here we go again. Oh, come on. Well, take two cheap eBay digital Tach and GlowShift signal filter. I got the charger bumped up a higher setting, so here's nothing. Nope, nada. Well, it looks like I'm installing the GlowShift Tach, so be right back. Well, now that I got that out of the way, I can move on to the GlowShift Tach. Here's what I came with. Warranty sheet, instructions, bracket with some hardware that I won't be using, an angle ring that I also won't be using, the wiring harness, which is about 22 inches, and comes with this sleeve thing. And by the way, the old harness is about the same length, and it's sleeved all the way. I like that. And they used shrink wrap on the end, so I think I'll be doing the same for this one. I'll use a little bit of shrink wrap to hold the sleeve in place instead of electrical tape. It'll look cleaner. Plus, I don't need much of the sleeve. It's, most of this will be under the dash. This should be sufficient for what I need. And of course, the gauge. Now, the gauge seems, kind of cheapest feeling, light, just the same as this one over here, the cheap eBay one. Which, by the way, I would return this if I had bought it recently, but I actually bought it a while back. So, oh well, I'll use it as a placeholder or mock-up. Whenever I'm making something, no big deal. It wasn't that much, and hopefully this one is good because it did cost about 4 times, 5 times as much. Whatever. Anyways, this gauge, well, both gauges have a cylinder selector, and I think I got it set right. It's kind of hard to tell in there. I mean, I'm not sure if it's got it pointed on one side, but it looks like it maybe a little bit, and I got it pointed towards the 8, I think. So hopefully I got that right. We'll find out when I hook it up. Hopefully. Now, the harness also has 2 extra wires. It has a constant hot as well as the keyed hot. And then the other extra wire is the orange for the dimmer. Basically when you turn your headlights on, normally gauges dim, and this one wouldn't have. So that's a nice feature to have. I mean, this pretty much is now the GlowShift 10 color GS TC D10 install. So I'll get the sucker hooked up. Hopefully it works, and I'll show you the results. All done. I got her wired up with this Tach signal filter, of course, and I went ahead and moved that hose clamp from the top down to the side. If you saw my last video, I think I like it better. It looks a little better. I mean, if you just glance it in, well, it'd look a lot better if I put the interior back together, but that's another day. For now, I've just been playing with it, and I've already turned the key, and as you can see here for yourself, it works. So far, so good. I haven't fired it up yet, but I've been just playing with it, and I'll turn the lights on, at least the parking lights on, and it appears to dim some, so we're good there. So far, so good. It has 10 colors and 2 modes. Let's see here. I'm probably going to keep it on green or amber. It's red. It looks more amber. Right there, amber, yellowish. I like that with the gauge is good. But it's got all these other colors. I'm good on that one. And it's also got 2 other modes that it kind of just circulates through the different colors. or this one right here kind of fades through them. And you know, that's cool and all, but that's not really for me. It's, like I said, I'll just stick with something like that. So I'm gonna fire it up. The battery's charged all night. Should be good to go. It should settle at about 800 RPM idle. Got my side door open, so that'll give me a little bit of ventilation. I don't plan on running it long, but here we go. Oh, come on, baby. Yep. Well, I guess I will take it apart and flip that around. It's probably on cylinder 3. Okay, I've changed the cylinder select. Well, I unplugged the connector, then changed the cylinder select. Plugged it back in. And let's see if it works now. Nope. Okay. I don't know if the deal is with this gauge. Maybe the last one's still good. That's why I didn't write on the face of it. You never know. I know it's hooked up to the negative of the tach. Sorry, negative of the coil. I know everything else is hooked up right. I know my Tachometer tach works in this car, so I'm starting to think I'm going to put the Tachometer tach back on it and screw these digital gauges. I'll email them and we'll see. Okay, it's been a few days. I contacted GlowShift and they told me to bypass the HEI filter and see if the tach worked then. So I ran a completely new wire to bypass it, and it still didn't work. Then I contacted them again, and they said I would have to send in the gauge for testing to see if it's defective so they could repair or replace it or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to wait for the tach to go back and forth. So I asked them to send me a new one, and I would send this one back. But they say per their warranty or something. I don't know. Anyways, I read about people having problems with the customer service from GlowShift. I kind of knew it going into it. And that's why I bought their product through eBay. Because they have an eBay store. So I contacted eBay and goes, hey, can I just return and get a refund? And eBay said I could. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to return their stuff. Buy another brand. I wanted digital, but there's nothing. I don't really want to spend a. Well, the digital is really expensive. I don't want to spend that much right now. So I think I'm going to buy another dial tach, and just, you know, this is a 2 1/16 gauge and pod or cup, whatever it's called. So I'm going to buy. I think there's another one for it's a 2 5/8. It's a cheapo brand. I'm just going to buy it. I just need a tach. I don't need, you know, a fancy tach. I mean, I would like to have a nice Tachometer tach, but I just don't have the room for it right here, and I don't want to do a complete new cluster with all new gauges. I don't want to put more money in this car. I might not be keeping it much longer. I don't know. So it's just, oh well. I'm gonna send it back, get my money back. They'll probably dispute it. I'll probably have to, you know, go back and forth with eBay and all that junk. And in the end, I'm pretty sure eBay's gonna side with me. You know, they're usually pretty good about it. I spend a lot of money through eBay, so we'll see. For now, I'll show you here this real quick. This is my Tachometer street tach, the 2894 part number. I just wired it back in real quick to show you that, guess what? My wiring is not the problem. Don't worry, I warmed up before I revved it. So, wiring is not the problem. Well, I hope this helps. I would rather have had a digital tach, but I'll have to wait until I can afford a better brand. So, thanks for watching. Keep it real. One defective digital tach or HEI filter. Discount code card that I won't be using. And you can keep your decals. Peace.